जय श्री माताजी। विश्व के सभी साधकों का सुबह के ध्यान सत्र में हार्दिक स्वागत है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को नमन करके ध्यान की स्थिति में बैठते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी आज का ध्यान सत्र शुरू करने की कृपया अनुमति प्रदान कीजिए। अपना चित्त सहस्रार में रख के हम सब सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। अपना चित्त हृदय में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे हृदय में विराजिए। आपकी कृपा में हमारा हृदय निर्मल, शुद्ध एवं विशाल बनाइए। श्री माता जी आपकी कृपा में हम केवल आत्मा हैं। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। जय श्री माता जी। संतुलन करने के लिए अपना राइट हैंड पृथ्वी तत्व पर रखते हैं। चित्त इड़ा नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के इड़ा नाड़ी पर तमोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व पृथ्वी तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर सामूहिकता की इड़ा नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। राइट हैंड गोद में, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की तरफ। चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के पिंगला नाड़ी पर रजोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व आकाश तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर सामूहिकता की पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। लेफ्ट हैंड गोद में। अपना चित्त मध्य नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपावंत होकर आप हमें संतुलन दीजिए, हमें वर्तमान में रखिए। चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के मूलाधार चक्र पर श्री गणेश जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए। चित्त मूलाधार पर, श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। अपना चित्त मध्य नाड़ी से सहस्रार पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे सहस्रार पर विराजिए। श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार दृढ़ कीजिए। श्री माता जी हम सब अपना अहंकार और प्रति अहंकार आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माता जी कृपा कर आप हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी कृपा कर आप हमें ध्यान में स्थित कीजिए। जय श्री माताजी। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। सहस्रार पूजा कपेला 1994, इसका पहला भाग।
Today is a unique combination of Mother's Day in many countries and Sahasrara Day for Sahajogis. I think this is the most important day in the history of human evolution, because all other events, incarnations and ventures in the spiritual atmosphere have been of no avail. On the contrary, they have gone into a kind of a cocoon which has no door, banging themselves against the walls, creating problems out of something very auspicious and extremely beautifully spiritual. It's not possible to find faults with the incarnations in whose names all the religions came. But this cocoon is the Mahamaya, I think. Cocoon is the one which is ignorance. We can say that Mahamaya does not create it. This cocoon is created by the basic ignorance of human beings and their misidentifications. So the human nature is such that it identifies itself easily with untruth. Anything that is truthful, human beings find it very difficult to compromise. The trouble with the truth is that it cannot compromise. So, all kinds of ignorance, all kinds of falsehood, all kinds of destructive forces gather together somehow or other to attract human mind. It is perhaps the ego of man that makes him feel so attractive to those things, because they all pamper his ego. As it is, the most difficult center that we have to cross is the center of Agya. This center is the one which takes us either to the left or to the right if we try to push it too much. Thus we land up into the hold of ignorance, which is being looked after by Mahamaya. They say that at Sahasrara, when the goddess will appear, she will be a Mahamaya. Is it possible to be anything else as the world is today, to come on this earth? Any other type of incarnation would have been in great trouble. Because human beings in their ego are the highest in Kali Yuga, highest. So they are quite stupid. And they are capable of doing any harm, any kind of harm, any kind of violence to a divine personality. It is not at all possible to exist in this world as anything else but Mahamaya. But it also acts upon the people who are seeking. It has many facets. By one facet, it covers your sahasrara. The seekers are tested. If you are more enamored by people who are something odd, who wear odd dresses, who show odd things, as so many false gurus have done, or absurd or something very cheapish, that attracts the attention of human beings because of Mahamaya, or we can say that it is the Mahamaya which judges a person. Mahamaya is like a mirror. Whatever you are, you see yourself in the mirror. Mirror has no responsibility. If you look like a monkey, you look like a monkey. If you look like a queen, you look like a queen. It has no power or no intention of giving you wrong ideas or giving you something that is false. It is there, whatever is the truth. So in a way, to say that Mahamaya is the one which deludes us is wrong. On the contrary, when you look at the mirror, you see yourself as what you are. Now supposing you are a person who is, say, a very cruel person. Your face in the mirror will look like a cruel person. But the problem comes in when the Mahamaya acts, you don't see your image. You turn your face away from it. Don't want to see, don't want to know. You look at the mirror, you see something horrible, you just turn face, and you deny the truth. How can I be like that? I am not like that. I am very good. Nothing wrong with me. I have done nothing wrong. I am perfectly all right. Then the third aspect of Mahamaya is that you are again attracted towards it, in the sense that you again see your mirror. You go on seeing that mirror again and again. And you see the whole world also in that mirror. As a result, you start getting a feeling. What am I doing? Who am I? What is this world? Where am I born? And this is the beginning of your search. You don't feel satisfied with it. So, it is a very great help of the Mahamaya. I have seen people who come to me for the first time. If they see me taking water like this, they say, how can she be something? She just needs water. Or if I am taking, say, Coca-Cola as you all take, they'll say, wow, how can she take Coca-Cola? She should never take anything like that. She should only take nectar. So the another aspect of Mahamaya is, say people come to see me, some of them start shaking like this. So they think, oh, we are great energy, that's why it's happening to us. It has happened with many people. So they get wrong impressions because of their own reactions to it. Their reaction is, wow, we went there, got all the energy, we were shaking, shaking, shaking. So we are something great. This kind of a happening makes them more egoistical. But on the contrary, if they see somebody else shaking, it has happened, and ask them who you are. So they'll say, we are certified mad from such hospital. Then they will start relatively thinking, oh God, we are also mad or what? Why are we shaking? We should not shake. If they are certified mad and they are shaking and we are shaking, then they start relatively seeing things. On one side, there's a mad, certified mad shaking. Another side, you are shaking. So there's something wrong, definitely with you also. So the relative understanding helps to overcome that kind of a curtain that you have, that you do not want to face the truth. So, once it starts happening to you relatively, you see compared to other people. Yesterday, as you saw in the drama, compared to other people, we are really sane, wise, sensible, matured people. Once you see that relative ascent, then you start settling in Sahajayoga. Mahamaya is very important. Without that, you cannot face me, you cannot sit here, you cannot talk to me, you cannot get into the same car which is driving me, and also you cannot drive. Everything would be impossible. I would be hanging in the air somewhere, you will be all here, and it would be a big mess. I don't need to travel by train, I don't need to travel by car, I can just fly out. What's that? I need not be for you, I can be just here in Nirakar, in formless form. But how to communicate? How to have a rapport? For that, one has to come in the form of Mahamaya. So that there's no fear, there's no distance, and one can come close and understand. Because if this knowledge has to be given, if realization has to be given, people have to at least sit before the Mahamaya. Otherwise, if they all run away, what's the use? So to create that human, extremely human personality, in the Sahasrara, she comes as Mahamaya. Sahasrara is the most powerful chakra because it is the 7 chakras combination and many others. With the Sahasrara you can do anything. You can manage the sun, you can manage the moon, you can manage the earth, you can manage the temperatures, everything. But through Mahamaya, things work out very normally, and they should work out normally. For example, somebody can say, Mother, there is atmosphere full of all these horrible ecological problems. Why don't you clear them? If it is cleared, people will go on producing. It is the problem of the human beings. And if it is corrected by me, they'll take it for granted. They have to face those problems. They have to change their habits. They have to understand that they are the one who are destroying themselves. Otherwise, if somebody is there just to cleanse it out, They will never change. Also, miraculously, one can do lots of things. One can say, Mother, as you solve the problems of Sahajogis, why don't you solve the problem of others? No. To solve their problem is not the end of my work, nor is the purpose. But to make them equipped so that they can solve their own problem. That's what I have to be. As I have said that, you have to be your own doctor. You have to be your own guru. Without Mahamaya, you cannot do it. Because she knows how far to go in correcting, how far to go in controlling. Because human beings at large have their own freedom. Sahajogis have not that kind of a stupid freedom, but they have the freedom of the spirit. So to solve their problems is perfectly all right, because they must have more freedom and more freedom. But what's the use of giving freedom to other people who are going on and on and on without realizing what wrong they are doing to the whole world? So for them it is necessary to come to SahajaYoga, and that's why it's a Mahamaya Swarupa. Maybe if I had come as Mother Mary or Radha or somebody like that, they would have been all here very nicely singing songs and all that. That's not the point. Now you have to mature. You have to be something. You have to grow. For that, it is important that you have to come to SahajaYoga first of all. Then you have to grow in SahajaYoga. Otherwise, this Mahamaya will go on acting and playing tricks with you. Again taking water. Rumal de do. So they also once said so, that why does she need water sometimes? She should live on the air or something. It's a big play. Sahasrara, as you know, is Virata's area. Virat and Viratagra. Virata is Vishnu, who became Rama, then became Krishna, and then Virat. So, his is a Leela. His Leela, it's a play. And to make the play all right, one has to be in the form of Mahamaya. But there are so many loopholes also sometimes. People can discover things very easily. One of them is this Param Chaitanya. This Param Chaitanya acts, shows my photographs, exposes me in all kinds of unbelievable manners which has never happened. I am myself amazed the way it thinks of exposing me all the time. This time, when we were in Brisbane, I took a photograph of a rainbow outside the ashram. And what appears there in the sky is very remarkable. It's going to come, that photograph too. Is a painting which I have always liked of mother and child, Madonna and the child. In the sky, that painting. Now, can you beat that? How does it know that I loved that painting and all that? And it was in the sky. So, this Parama Chaitanya is trying to expose this Mahamaya Swarupa, just to make you understand what is Mahamaya. It is trying to express itself. I have not in any way told or asked this Param Chaitanya to do any such things. But it is doing. Because it thinks that even now the people who are following Mother are not of that level as they should. Some of them do falter horribly. Surprisingly, how far they can go, I cannot believe. After coming to SahajaYoga, after seeing all my photographs, after everything else, they still can go to any limit of stupidity. That's a fact. So this is going on. I don't know how far this Param Chaitanya is spontaneously acting like this. But it shows one thing for definite, that it wants you to be perfectly settled down in your faith, which is not a blind faith. But most of these photographs can be challenged. Anybody who is an intellectual can find out some ways and methods and can challenge that you must have done this. But as Sahajogis, you know that we have done nothing of the kind, and it has come out. So what is the purpose? We don't show them to outsiders. We only show this to the Sahajogis. So what is the purpose? That Sahajogis should now try to understand that they have to grow. Now this growth has to be two-sided. One is yourself. How much time do I spend thinking about Sahaja? And how much about my personal life, my education, my business, my duties, my jobs, my family? Because it is important. As the brain has to think, and Virata is there. So in Sahasrara, how much energy do we use to think about Sahaja? How can we spread Sahaja? What should we do? What should we work it out? How much I should support? In which way? How it can be my every moment living? How I look at everything, I see Sahaj working in it. What is the Sahaj culture? Am I in the Sahaj culture? How much I am impressed by other cultures and fashions and things? And what have I to gain, to grow in my mental capacity to be a Sahaj? For example, a person who is a Sahaj personality, in everything he sees Sahaj, in everything, whether it is flowers, is carpets, lights, statues, pandal, anything. It sees the Sahaj. How? See now, these pillars are standing at an angle. Just imagine it. To support it, how you have to bend on one side. What do we do in Sahaj? we have to bend towards divinity. See, like that, all ideas go moving towards Sahaj. The whole thinking is Sahaj. Such a married life also between husband and wife, I have seen. If both are Sahaj, they all the time talk of Sahaj. No frivolous talk, no useless talk, but only about Sahaj. How it is Sahaj to be husband and wife. What is the relationship? That's the most interesting in Sahaj. Like that, you see everything that you do, you think on Sahaj way. So now then you can judge yourself in this Mahamaya. How far do you care really to think about Sahaj? But all other worries would be like this: how much I will get money out of it, how much business I'll get, how much pleasure I can get, uh, how much physical problems can be solved. All these gains are nothing compared to your maturity in Sahaja. But the mind takes over, it starts thinking and thinking, and it goes on wandering on various things. Maybe your wife, your children, your house, this. But if you think, in a such way, you'll think, I should do something that my children should be such. I should make a house which is useful to the Sahaj. I should behave in such a manner that I am such. The maturity in you should grow in such a way that you can feel it. Firstly is the peace. When person is
जय श्री माता जी, कृपया ध्यान की स्थिति बनाए रखें। जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदि शक्ति मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। जय श्री माता जी। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारक कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो माँ, मधु संगीत सुन लो। ओ यस की जो सेवा, ओ यस की जो सेवा हमसे करा लेना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
जय श्री माता जी। हम सब प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें सत्य के साम्राज्य में स्थित कीजिए। हमें परम चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारे सहस्रार पर आपकी श्री महामाया की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमें वास्तविकता में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें शक्ति से आशीर्वादित कीजिए। हमें हमारा आध्यात्मिक उत्थान करने के लिए ज्ञान दीजिए, प्रेरणा दीजिए और क्षमता दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें भ्रांति से मुक्त कीजिए। आपकी कृपा में सारे विश्व में परम चैतन्य कार्यान्वित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारा आत्मविश्वास वृद्धिंगत कीजिए। हमें सहज संस्कृति में पूर्ण रूप से प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें आध्यात्मिक परिपक्वता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे प्रार्थनाओं को स्वीकार कीजिए और हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपके श्री चरणों पर हमारा कोटि कोटि नमन, कोटि कोटि नमन, अनंत कोटि नमन। जय श्री माता जी। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। जय श्री माता जी। आज के कार्यक्रम, आज शाम का ध्यान 7 बजे प्रतिष्ठान पुणे यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। अब हम सहज संगीत का आनंद उठाते हैं। आज का दिन सबके लिए आनंदमय मंगलमय रहे। जय श्री माता जी।
कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, 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 कैसे 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 गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के। सहजयोगदायिनी श्री निर्मल मागे, सहजयोगदायिनी श्री निर्मल मागे। माँ अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के। माँ है लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली, काली दुर्गा भवानी महिषासुरमर्दिनी। माँ है लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली दुर्गा भवानी महिषासुरमर्दिनी भवसागर को पार करानी भवसागर को पार लगानी महा अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के शक्ति रूपिणी जय जगवंदिनी शक्ति रूपिणी जय जगवंदिनी त्रिभुवनेश्वरी जगत जननी त्रिभुवनेश्वरी जगत जननी सत्ययुग का प्रारंभ करनी सत्ययुग का प्रारंभ करनी महा अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर, निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा, दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा। निरानंद 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 मिलेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। चमत्कार कितने होते देखो। मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। चमत्कार कितने होते हैं देखो। निर्विचार में तेरे मैं मिट जाता। निर्विचार में तेरे मैं मिट जाता। चैतन्य प्रवाह तुम पर बहेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने। ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने। कुछ कमी है तो ठीक करने। ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने। कुछ कमी है तो ठीक करने। शुद्ध इच्छा करो साक्षी रूप धरो। शुद्ध इच्छा करो साक्षी रूप धरो। क्षमा करो आत्म साक्षात्कार मिलेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा, दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा। निरानंद 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 मिलेगा निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल